Hi House and Home, I'm Lindsay Thornton with Cornerstone Design and Build, and welcome to my home. We are at my family home about an hour north of Toronto. So about 5 years ago, we had 3 little children and we were living in Toronto in a small 1,200 square foot home, and we really wanted some land. And so we started looking about an hour north and really wanted something that had a forest and a lot of privacy in the backyard. We were almost ready to buy a parcel of land and build new, but this home came on the market. It had an acre lot backing onto forest, and funny enough, the bungalow was completely gutted down to the studs. It was like a designer's dream, ready to be transformed. The transformation of this property has definitely been done in stages. Obviously, we had to do the inside first because there was literally 1 toilet in the whole home. However, all I wanted to do was transform the backyard. And so we had plans done up for the deck and the pool, but we actually executed that in phases too. We focused obviously first on doing the interior of the home and really focusing on the hubs. So the kitchen, living room, eat-in banquette area, and because it's a raised bungalow, we really wanted it to flow seamlessly into our future outdoor deck and backyard. We left the kitchen in place of where they had created it, but we made some major overhauls. Firstly, we added in a secret hidden pantry. I love breakfast, I love coffee, I don't love cleaning it up. And so this is where I go and sneak dessert. This is where we have our breakfast area, and it's hidden and tucked away. We didn't want a visual break, and so I knew that the fridge would have to be paneled, creating this long, sleek wall of black cabinetry that's floor to ceiling, but there's a lot hidden in there, being the fridge and the hidden pantry. My kids tease me that my favorite color is black, and it's not really a color, but I knew I wanted a black kitchen. And so we definitely chose a more modern profile up top, but tried to soften it a little bit with a more standard shaker on the bottom. But I knew if we balanced out the dark with the light and mixed up the metals, the uppers have a lot of black and gold, the lowers are white and black, that it would all seamlessly flow together. And we also really wanted to have a backsplash that had a bit of variation to the tile, so it would pick up the natural light coming in. Same with the porcelain countertop. It adds a little bit more lightness when surrounded by all the black. Growing up, we had this eat-in banquette, and I loved it as a child. And so this home, the way of the flow of it, we definitely knew we wanted to put in a custom banquette. We love it because our kids get to look outside, they can do their homework there. They're not the best at sitting straight at dinner time, but it's such a fun little family area, and it became a really big focal feature of the home. This is a very standard open concept in this part of the home, and so the kitchen flows really naturally into the living room, and so I do still love a lot of symmetry in my own home, and so creating the dark focal feature of the fireplace was a bit of a play on the dark and the light that works in the kitchen here. Also, bookshelves on either side. One of the things was figuring out the traffic from inside to outside. We knew we wanted to live outside all summer long. And so because it is a raised bungalow, we had to have the door in the living room. And so we tried to create, even with the furniture layout, a lower profile bench just to be able to easily get from the inside to the outside. Doing the outside was definitely a phase 2, but probably my favorite part to do. And so we built a 1,200 square foot deck. And at times we're like, did we make this too big? But honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. We have so many amazing zones out there, and we use them all the time. So I knew I would not want to be inside cooking when everyone else is outside having fun. So we have a beautiful custom kitchen out there that works with the exterior elements of a Canadian winter and summer, but also be able to customize design elements. So our pulls are the same on our lowers, inside and outside. We had a flat panel, which is way easier to clean outside, very similar to our flat panel inside. And so they were a great resource to be able to help customize our outside kitchen. Obviously, yes, we want to cook outside, but people obviously want to sit. We wanted a fireplace out there, and so our outside living room is actually very similar to our inside. We created a beautiful privacy screen, and you'll notice there's a repeating element of the chevron of the fireplace inside and then the privacy screen outside. And that is a great place to just chat long into the night with the fire going or be able to watch the kids in the pool from up top. Obviously, if you have an outside kitchen, you want a place to sit and eat dinners, and we have a large family, and so we wanted a place where at least 12 people could come and be able to eat outside. And we just do so many dinners out there in the heat and the rain, sometimes even with the umbrella, and it's a really nice way to be able to enjoy nature outside. The pool was definitely my idea. I did not grow up with a pool, my husband did, so I don't know if this was some lifelong childhood dream, but I pushed the pool. It was our third and final phase to the backyard. I wanted to create a Hamptons-style backyard pool vibe, but I also wanted to make sure it tied in with some of the modern elements of the home. And so I just wanted a simple rectangular shape. And I used the planter box at the end to really draw the eye to the length of the yard, but also give a bit of a visual separation from all the hardscaping of the pool to the rugged forest behind it. We really wanted to plan our backyard for summer and winter, and so we did put in the hot tub on the lower deck, which does get used both summer and winter, but the sauna we put in, and we mostly use it during the winter, but it is such a nice feature, especially we're a big ski family, and so to be able to have the nice dry heat down there is a really nice added feature to the backyard. I am a total amateur novice, not expert gardener, but I love gardening. And so I knew, because this was a forest before, and then we took the trees out, I had a fresh slate. And so being that I wanted it to be very simple, we went with grasses, hydrangea, some sage, and cedar. And so they all have a different texture to them. The cedars obviously give us a bit of privacy, but none of them really shed into the pool, and I don't really have to touch them all summer long. So it's like a secret garden hack that I absolutely love, and it keeps the nice long linear line. I would say inside was more difficult than outside. I feel like when we were designing the exterior, a lot of what you have to do is kind of respect the nature that you've got and work with it. And that was a bit of a different experience with inside. We can often recreate anything we wanted. But I think in the end, they blend really seamlessly together. I don't know if any designer has a forever home, but I think we will definitely be here. This is where we want to raise our family. Our kids are still young, and so I think we'll be here for a long time. And the main reason I would never want to move is I love this backyard.